Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Wednesday, August 16th, 2023. Let's find out what's going on the Forex economic calendar today. As you can see, the events that took place overnight were apparently only two. Reserve Bank of New Zealand interest rate decision was in line with the expectations. 5.5% was the forecast, 5.5% was the actual reading and the previous reading, so no changes here. CPI data from the UK are in line with the expectations. 6.8% was the actual reading, in line with the forecast, and lower, way lower than the previous reading of 7.9%. What's ahead of us? Well, birding permits from the US are scheduled for release at 2:30. Crude oil inventories are scheduled for release at 4:30, and then of course the key event of today, FOMC meeting minutes, which are scheduled for release at 8:00 p.m. So, plenty of things ahead of us, but because of the Reserve Bank of New Zealand interest rate decision that took place overnight, let's take a look first at the, of course, the New Zealand dollar versus the American dollar. This is the 4-hour chart of the New Zealand dollar versus the American dollar. So what do we see here? It's quite obvious down trend. We got the low at the level of 5,926. Let's just zoom out to see if this is some sort of the important level or not. Anything? No. So it looks like this might be the low of the year, and now the market is bouncing from this low. So we have the bullish engulfing pattern, and now the market is confirming this this pattern by printing another green candle. So we are now trading a low, above the 50 periods moving average. We are heading towards, of course, 100 periods moving average. Current levels of the 100 periods moving average is 6,076 pips. There is something else I would like to point out. It's obvious for you if you've seen this before. So we got this movement to the downside, right? So we got this, for example, this kind of a movement on the chart, right? So we got this low and we got this low, and of course on the momentum indicator at the very same time we got the positive or bullish divergence. So that move to the upside might only be a kind of a reaction for the divergence. So please stay really focus, stay very well informed about the current actions of the New Zealand dollar. So let's just mark, for the purpose of the analysis, the highs at 6,406 pips. So this is the key technical resistance. The other technical resistance that was tested before is 6,151, and then of course we got another technical resistance located roughly around 6,055 pips. For now we will leave this as it is. Let me just zoom out here to see. Okay, maybe we will add one more lever here to mark this low as well. Okay, so it went a little bit not in my direction. There you go. So this is the key technical resistance, and the market should test it sooner or later, right? So we'll know that. If we apply the parallel channel to the chart, we can see that from the bottom it's very classical channel. So there you go. I just wanted to move it lower, and if we move it here, and if we just play with it a little bit, it's not a problem as far as I can see. So we just move this, and to the very extreme, we are now moving inside of this parallel channel. So as long as we are again inside of the channel, the outlook remains bearish as well. However, this might be the first indication of the incoming up move here on the New Zealand dollar to the US dollar. Let's take a look at the crude oil, because we got the we have the crude oil inventories later on. So what do we have here? The first thing is obvious, because we got the swing high 84.88 so far. far. This is the highest level here. So where are the supports? Because it's clear that the market is turning. Market has turned apparently, and now it's heading towards the extreme oversold conditions. So 79 and 92 is the next level of the support eventually, and of course 78.69 is the next level of support eventually. So what do we have here is a classical pullback to the downside. Let's just let's take a look how big is this recent pullback here. So what do we take? We take price range, for example, from here to, let's say, here there is minus 4.45. Let's just see how much is here during this pullback. So what do we have here? 4.53. Pretty much the same, right? I'm not talking about this pullback, is pretty. And this one is 5.23. So already, let me just zoom out to make sure that, yeah, from that low, this is the biggest pullback we got right now. So it means that we might extend to the downside, because this pullback is no longer part of this movement to the upside, because this is the overbalance, of course. So what do we have here? If we get lower, if we get towards the technical, let's say, support here, we got minus 5.79. If we get here, let me just move it. If we get here, it's even more. It's minus 7.24. So it's definitely worth keeping an eye on the current development of this market, because it might be very nice correction to the downside coming, happening soon. It all depends where it stops. Right now, of course, consolidation around 100 periods moving average on the 4-hour chart is taking place. Maybe there will be some sort of the bounce to the upside later on. And because of the US data, let's take a look at the US dollar index. What is going on with the US dollar index? Well, the first thing is that we have been trying to break above this very important technical resistance and the swing high. So what do we have here is the level of 103.58, and for now the market been trying to break above it, but it failed. Okay, the high was 103.43, so it's only roughly 11 pips away. Okay, but we got pretty decent pin bar here, and now we are like kind of hovering around the 50 periods moving average. We got the cross here. So as you can see, 100 periods moving average works as a charm, as a support provider, dynamic support provider. So maybe, just maybe, we will have another let's say correction to the downside or a pullback, and then we will continue the up move. So this is the technical support, 102.81. I can get you one more, of course, which will be interesting, and this one is the key technical support, 101.71. Any breakout below this level opens the road, but even back there towards the lows of the July 2023 at 99.55. So that's the outlook for the US dollar index. It's still bullish. Okay, the outlook is to the upside, still bullish. However, the bulls might have some first problems running this up trend, because it looks like the 103.54 technical resistance is strong, and they need more momentum to break above it and then sustain the breakout by moving even higher. All right, so that's the outlook for the US dollar. Thank you very much for today. That's everything from me. We will see each other tomorrow anyway, so take care and bye bye.